So what's up, everybody, and welcome to the first quarterly update for 2026. There is so much happening throughout the ecosystem, and like always, we're going to make the rounds so you can hear from the different voices, the various tables that we're setting kind of throughout the WellBuilt City's ecosystem. But first, I want to share with you an idea, a frame, a kind of lens for you to use as you think about all of our work. Because I think at times it seems like, what are all these various things doing? At the center of everything we're doing is this idea. We are building trust as infrastructure, and it's this invisible foundation that makes it possible for builders, for partners, for neighbors to really come together and work together to see lasting change in our city. I think that's enough for now. Hopefully that's a helpful lens as you hear from all the different folks in the ecosystem. And let's go ahead and I'm gonna introduce you to a new member of our team. This is April. In fact, I'll let her introduce herself and she'll give you a bit of an update on what's been going on around the drop.
Hello, I'm April McCullis, Director of Community Resiliency here at The Drop, and I'm excited to share some updates with you. As you know, we opened this place on Tuesday, November 4th, and we were open 2 days a week, so Tuesdays and Thursdays, offering what we call full service. So that's showers, laundry, coffee, lots of coffee, food, and connection here in this room that we call the family room. On January 22nd, we had our grand opening. So it was a ribbon cutting ceremony, we had food, and we invited community partners like Baycare, Advent Health, Florida Community of Mindfulness, church partners, and other social service agencies. Together we rallied and we just celebrated the fact that this is a welcoming place for our neighbors. In March, we were able to add 2 more days of full service operations. So on Wednesdays, the Florida Community of Mindfulness team now runs this space, offering the showers, the laundry, the coffee, the lentil soup. And on Saturdays, Pastor Manny and his team are here as well, and they've added in a church service, an element for people to find spiritual connection. We can confidently say that doors are now open Tuesdays through Saturdays, and we're really proud to say that. In addition to the services that are being provided, the ones that we can track, we're also seeing a lot of steps toward sobriety and stability and life change that are happening kind of organically. We heard the story from one of our team members about an elderly woman that they were able to place into permanent housing a couple weeks ago. Another young man decided to take a step towards sobriety and commit himself towards a recovery program out of the connections that happened in this space. There's another young man who just got mental health support, identified that this was a need of his, and now he's on the list to be placed at Tampa Hope into temporary housing, and we're so excited for him. Those kinds of connections are happening, not because we have a huge team of caseworkers and a huge staff that's being paid, but because the volunteers who are committed to showing up to this place learn the names of our friends, learn their stories, and we're able to find these connections towards transformation.
Welcome everyone to the first quarterly update of 2026. I'm James McCarthy. I'm a mechanic here at WellBuilt Bikes and have been working here for about a year. We've had quite the busy quarter and are saying goodbye to one of our beloved mechanics, Tyler Siegel. And we have a new mechanic here to introduce.
Hey guys, my name is Corey. I came in here last year as a customer, ended the year as a volunteer, and am now starting this year as a new mechanic here. So I look forward to servicing all the people who come in and helping those in need.
Well, just to break down some of the numbers, we've had 50 earners this quarter, with the total coming out to $17,600. We have also done 235 sliding scale work orders, totaling out to $2,000. We thank you so much for your continued support of us and hope you have a great rest of your day.
Hello everybody, it's good to talk to you again. John, giving you the quarter 1 updates, Kenship Free Market. Everybody that's getting our food, all the neighbors that come and get the food, say thank you guys. They're praying for us, they're praying for you guys. They know that without all the volunteers, it wouldn't happen. Without the people that are involved in this, they wouldn't get what they need. So they're very gracious and I'm very grateful. Thank you guys very much. Now for the numbers, the quarter 1 numbers, 55,747 pounds of food given out to 2,743 families. Like I said, without you guys, it couldn't happen. Thank you guys very much. God bless. We'll see you in the next quarter.
Hi there, Christy here with a WellFed 2026 Quarter 1 update. I'm here with our mobile kitchen that we've had operating since this last November, and our Quarter 1 has been very busy. We have been nominated and selected as a Tampa Well Wellness Champion for the 2026 to 2027 period, and this award highlights our shared efforts in promoting wellness in the Tampa area. I'm also here with our Common Goods Cafe menu, and we're very excited to be launching our Pay What You Can Cafe starting April 13th. That will operate on Mondays from 10 to 2 at The Drop, which is at 6220 North Nebraska. And I'm here to show our menu because we will have sponsorship opportunities. This will be a scrolling menu that will show our protein boxes, our weekly special. Our menu always has something for anyone, regardless of how much you're able to pay or to contribute. And our sponsorship will show any logos and highlight a partnership that we have here. Lastly, I'd like to remind everyone that the Community Food Ambassador workshops are up and running. Those happen on the third Saturdays of the month at the University Mall and the Amrock Fab Lab. You can find out more information on the 813 Hood Garden Instagram account. And these workshops are free for anyone and highlight learnings about the food system within Central Florida, the Tampa Bay area, how to grow your own food, how to make your own food, and there's plenty to learn for everyone. Thanks.
All right, there you have it. Hopefully you love these as much as I do. I love getting to hear from everyone. It's great for us to kind of reflect on what's going on in chunks of time, and we're always all blown away by as we look at what's going on over time. A couple things that weren't said throughout these updates. You might have heard us talk a few years back about the 813 Collective. It was this group of builders from various things outside of our organization that we saw them charting the same course in our city. Real builders that we got together for this leadership cohort, an incredible group of people. And we gathered them actually just a few months ago during this quarter. And it was incredible to get this group back together and to hear stories of all of it's like impossible to track the impact of this because it's so relational. It's like, I think of the image of a mycelium network. We just see these things popping up and in all these various spaces. It's been incredible. One of the things that came of that is we've actually recently launched what we're calling Think Well. And this is gonna be kind of an education arm. It's a new LLC under our kind of nonprofit holding company to incubate things like we're gonna start raising towards some scholarship for curriculum for kids that can't afford it, setting tables to gather and convene, educate people that are innovating in the education space. This is going to be an important part of any well-built city, right? Is what are we doing with education and development in the youth? So it's something we're leaning into. We don't have much of an update other than we started that, and that's one of the fruits that are kind of coming out of the 813 Collective. Super excited about that. The other thing is Lindsay's out right now, so you probably didn't get an update on Respond Together. Respond Together is our effort to kind of gather faith communities throughout the Tampa Bay region to think ahead about their buildings and their communities and their neighborhoods in terms of disaster response and preparedness. So a few years ago, we saw these massive hurricanes come through, we saw the destruction, and we realized what role these faith communities could play. They have the physical and social infrastructure. They're in every neighborhood and all over the place. And so over the quarter, we've been doing some stuff. We've had some online gatherings, some trainings. We've been giving these regular updates. You know, it's kind of a lull season. We're not in hurricane season, so we're just trying to keep that blue sky effort going. And then speaking of blue sky, which by the way, blue sky just means not hurricane time. The alternative would be gray sky, like activation during a disaster. But in June, actually on June 4th, we are gonna have our second annual kind of blue sky event throughout that day. So if you wanna mark your calendar, if that's something you wanna join us for, reach out. If you wanna get your faith community involved, we workshop things about maybe a continuity of operation plan, how to think about your building, how to care for your neighbors, how to activate your space. So we'll be doing that on June 4th. We're really excited about that. But that's kind of the updates. I think coming back to the idea I opened with, this is how infrastructure is, this is how the infrastructure of trust is built together with one another. And so I wanna thank you for being part of what we are building. WellBuilt cities, guys, they don't happen by accident. They take intentionality, they take hard work, and they take investment. And we want to invite you to invest with us. Hopefully you will do that, and you can do that by visiting wellbuilt.city. You can find an area donate button on there if you want to invest with us or lock arms with us. If you want to join us, please get in touch. We want to see all of us in sync, kind of pointing toward the North Star that is our city made whole, a WellBuilt city. That's what we have for you this quarter. We look forward to seeing you with the next quarterly update. Thank you guys for everything you're doing to invest in our city to see it made whole.